Young Marines, and while they do so, I would like to invite Lucas Hogue, the boys in the band, to step forward and honor us with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wonderful. Lucas, hey, before you boys take off, could you introduce the boys in the band one more time, please?
Absolutely. My band leader and lead guitar player is Thomas Becker right here. Percussionist and backup vocals, Gabe Klein, everybody. Thank you. God bless y'all.
Thank you very much, boys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our speakers, I want to introduce a few folks that have joined us today. First of all, a project like this doesn't get done without great development partners, and here at Chesterfield we have one of the best. He has been an invaluable resource for me personally. Tom Gistello. Tom, thank you for all you've done for us, Tom. Thank you very much. We're delighted to be here, and we're looking forward to all the neighbors you're going to get for us here, so thanks again, Tom. Joining me on stage are a few folks I'd like to introduce. Ask them to step forward and give you a wave. The first gentleman is someone I think you're all going to want to get to know very, very well. He is the general manager of your new Cabela store here in Chesterfield, Mr. Jim Beauchamp. Jim. Jim, congratulations on grand opening. You're about to go from 0 to 100 in 30 seconds. Get ready. The next person on stage I'd like to introduce is Cabela's Vice President of U.S. Store Operations. Please give a warm Michigan welcome to Mr. Paul Stone. Thank you for being here, Paul. And at this time, it is my honor to introduce Cabela's President, Scott Williams, and ask him to step forward and offer a few remarks. Scott?
We got a perfect morning, don't we? So let me start with asking you guys a couple questions. Any idea what store number this is for Cabela's? Now, this is store 79. We have 87 stores now, 76 in the United States and 11 in Canada. And in Michigan, this is store number 4. We started being really active in Michigan in the Dundee store in the early 2000s, and we've opened an outpost store in Saginaw and one in Granville. But to me, none of that really matters today, because today is store number 1 in Chesterfield. And hopefully what you'll see today is a couple of things to draw your attention to. One is we realize that we're near Lake St. Clair. We're near, what do I have to put it on the thumb here in the Michigan, of what is the important pieces of the best multi-species lake around, what we're trying to do with deer hunting and the specific localization we brought to this store. Second of all, we've introduced a new technology today we call Gun Hub. which will show an interactive kiosk to allow you to compare and contrast guns and even simulate some live fire in CO2 cartridges, etc. I think you'll find it really interactive, and it's the first experience we've had, first store we've rolled that out. So today, August 3rd, is the day that we come to Chesterfield, Michigan, and we've got a ton of outfitters in tan shirts that are going to ask you today what brought you in and to have you have the full Cabela's experience. So without further ado, thank you for coming today.
Thank you very much, Scott. Well, as I said earlier, we promise you a short ceremony, and by gosh, we're going to deliver. I think it's time now that we cut the ribbon, and when we do so, we do it the Cabela's way. We don't stand in front of a ribbon with a big pair of scissors. We put one of our own up a tripod stand, put a bow in her hand, and let her do the honors. She got her first bow at age 4. It was a PSE Bandit, and you may have seen her, I understand, on the 1992 PSE magazine cover, holding that bow. So maybe go through your back issues. She is a lifelong hunter with a respect for the outdoors. She loves the tradition of hunting, and just as importantly, she loves the tradition of Cabela's. As she said to us earlier, her heart beats for the outdoors. She lives, she breathes, she eats, she sleeps the great outdoors and hunting. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Cabela's Chesterfield Honorary Outfitter Archer, Jill Bauer. Jill. Now, Jill has a new Cabela's bow in her hand, and at this time, we're going to ask her to go to full draw and do us the honors of shooting that bow, cutting that ribbon, and officially opening our Cabela's store. Jill, the floor is yours.
Pressure.
Let's do this, Jill. You got it.
Let's see where it goes. See the confetti flying.
Ladies and gentlemen, she absolutely nailed it.
She nailed it.
Congratulations, Jill. At this time, outfitters, to your stations. Outfitters, inside to the foyer, to your stations. Ladies and gentlemen, give us just a minute to get everyone inside, and then the door will open.
Jill, good job. Great job. Awesome. Nailed it.
The dignitary.
That was a flyby.
I loved it. That was Macomb County Executive Mark Hackle.
We're getting all the employees inside. So if you want to get the customers coming in, we can get you inside now.
They want me on the air, so I told them I couldn't clone myself, so I got to be on the air.
Okay.
But I got this live, Facebook Live, so we're good. Oh, sorry. Hi there, how are you? Here's,
I just want to let you know, if you want to be in or out, we're going to shut this down here, so the crowd will be coming in.
all right, we're going to have to get Larry Alexander out of that suit and into some camouflage gear. And Larry, I'm great. Your name and title. We're on Facebook Live, WWJ.
Larry Alexander, President and CEO of Detroit Metro Convention and Business Bureau.
How big of a draw is hunting, fishing, and all that to the state of Michigan?
Well, when you think about all the beautiful grounds that we have and all the beautiful scenery that we have, hunting and fishing has always been critically important to not only the population that we have here, but the number of people and visitors that it draws in on a regular basis. So having this Cabela store right here in Chesterfield Township with access for all the Canadians coming across the bridge and the Blue Water Bridge, to have access down I-94, the number of residents that we have in the state who want to come in and see it. This is a big day for Chesterfield.
And how impressed were you with the bullseye to cut the ribbon?
I was totally impressed. I saw that she took 2 arrows up with her, but she only needed 1. So if I'm out in the wild, I want her with me.
All right. Anything else going on, Larry?
Oh, it's just exciting to have this available for all of our visitors and all of the people that we have in our great state. And congratulations to Tom Costello, Mark Hackle, and all of those that were involved in helping to make this happen.
All right.
This is a big day.
All right. Great job. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Getting ready for our